Hey guys, welcome back. BDC Care here, and we're back with our weekly recap of all things Injustice. This is for the week of June 11th, 2020. The current character challenge is Red Lantern Hal Jordan. That's a 1 week repeat, as it has been for a while now. The required characters are Bane, Joker, and Catwoman. You can get at silver, and bronze, respectively, if you're looking at the lowest tier. So all not that hard to get. The passive is Red Lantern Rage, which is special attacks and super move use health instead of power, and Red Lantern Hal cannot be healed. Attack is 950 and health is 1400.
Don't you love how that's part of his passive?
That he can't be healed?
It's a good thing? No, it's not really, right?
Yeah,
it's a restriction.
And it wouldn't be an issue if he could be healed. You know, I don't think that would be too overpowered, actually.
I think it would be great if he could be healed.
Yeah, but I don't think it would break the game.
No, it would not.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be funny, though, if you could heal on your super, or on a
your
special.
Yeah.
Heal and use up some of it, so that on the balance, you're actually right there.
That's true.
So he hasn't had a challenge run since before January 2019 when we started keeping a spreadsheet. And like we said last week, actually, because it seems there's a trend now of bringing back challenge characters that haven't been around for a while, that you can go through our recaps and figure out when it was. But
if you want to.
Yeah, but it's been well over a year.
Yeah, go back to before January 2019 if you start.
And I feel like a broken record a bit, and that's why it's surprising to me that it's been so long since he's had a challenge, but I think it's mainly because we've done a few teams with him. He used to be amazing, and I think he's sort of decent now, but it's hard to get enthusiastic when you think about how good he used to be. Mm-hmm. And we've got a video demonstrating him pre-nerf, and we've got a playlist because recently we've been trying to take advantage of his passive to make him relevant and useful on a team. Mm-hmm. So the biggest problem, I think, is that he was nerfed two ways. It's like a recipe. It's not just one way. It's like, an ingredient two ways.
Sure.
He used to get his power back immediately, right? So he has 3 bars. He uses health to do his specials, but it still goes by how much power is showing. And you used to not need to wait until his power came back. So you do a special and you could immediately do it again. Mm-hmm. And the second part he was nerfed. Second way he was nerfed was his special 2 used to do a lot more than stated damage. And then it was reduced to less than the stated damage.
Which, yeah, seems like overcompensating.
Yeah, because, amazing was, because, doing a super is great, but his special 2 would do almost as much damage, and it would have damage over time. Mm-hmm. And so, here's the thing, he's still okay, and you can see in the linked playlist that we've made an effort to play with him recently. I think there's certain things that we maybe didn't demonstrate as clearly, but there's a few different ways to maximize his passive.
Yeah.
So Astro Harness, because there's 3 invulnerabilities, and while he's invulnerable, he won't lose health doing his special. So it's like getting free specials, or maybe even a few extra supers. Mm-hmm. So along that line, John Stewart, Green Lantern, also with his invulnerability, gives you a chance to do some extra specials or supers. And I think it's useful to have something that revives. So whether it's Necron Scythe for with 1 slot, or 2 pieces of 4th World Gear Set for revive. And so the special 2 is supposed to take up 20% of his health. So technically you do 4 and the 5th one knocks you out. Mm-hmm. But if you augment him by just a little bit so that his health is no longer divisible by 5, you can get the 5th one and have 1 health remaining, and that assumes nobody's hitting you, because if you lose any health, then all bets
it doesn't
are
matter.
off. Yeah, it doesn't
you
matter.
have exactly 1 health. You're the same as like a stun damage could kill you.
Now, it occurs to me, and I'm not 100% sure, I probably should have tested this before the video, but I think you can use the Merciless's shield on tagging, because Merciless gives his teammates and himself a shield with tag-ins, and I believe that shield can also be used in lieu of health, so that would be a way to actually maximize it. Although the number of tag-ins you'd have to do to actually have something significant is probably higher than it should be to take advantage of this, and drags the fights on a little bit too long.
And if he's your specialist, you don't use Tantu Totem on him.
Right, exactly. Actually, you could have, that's a perfect way to get a double specialist team.
Yeah. So there we go. This week's multiplayer reward is the Alien Artifact, which becomes the Mother Box. The effects is 28% max health increase, 30% chance to blink against Special 2, and the Evolve ability, which is 100% power drain chance at start of the match.
So this was last available relatively recently, November 2019. And as far as the schedule of the multiplayer rewards go, we are totally in uncharted territory.
Yeah.
Because we're back to the first repeat from that long-running cycle that we had before it broke out and started giving some of the legendary gears that hadn't been around for more than a year. So last time Mother Box came around, it was Cassandra came Batgirl next. I don't think it's gonna just
Be the same.
settle back into the same routine. Yeah. So I'm hoping that it's not, but we'll see. It's all a surprise. It reminds me of Replay by Ken Grimwood, where at the end of it, it's quite a sort of mundane kind of thing. Where
once the cycle's broken,
So
there's
new
new stuff.
I don't know what my life is going to be. I'm experiencing it for the first time, which is true.
Yeah. So to us, this isn't really much of a legendary piece of gear. Our bias has always been towards offensive gears. So the max health increase is, it's good compared to other health increases, but it's just not for us, right? It's not our preference. And a 30% chance to blink against special 2 was a lot better, right?
It wasn't even that great, though.
Yeah,
but
it was better than it is. Because Chantu Totem means that Mother Box is basically useless because almost any specialist you're going to run up against has it, right? Any specialist should have it.
Yeah. If anything, actually, when I see the opponent has Mother Box, I look forward to it because...
if you have a special type of team and play the right team.
Well, our Justice League team, doing a few extra special 2s and not knocking somebody out means that her teammates have an extra bar of power every time that happens.
New 52 Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Because I'm just assuming that I'm in my mind. I'm thinking, okay, so it's obvious.
Well, everybody knows.
Everybody knows. So the power drain can be a bit useful only because it works against the first slot opponent, no matter who on your team is holding it. So it could be your first, second, or third slot team member.
Yeah.
It drains their first member. But we've pretty much set up all our teams so that the strategy doesn't require our first slot to need power. I mean, it's nice on our Flashpoint team when it does, but if we lose it, we're not really having any kind of trouble at all.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you that even then, it's not by itself, it's not worth one of our 9 gear slots on our team. Those are precious spots, and that opportunity cost is just too much.
Yep. In the store, we have the Demon King bundle, Batman, Ninja Lord, Joker for $25.99 Canadian. You also get 100,000 credits. It's not worth it. It doesn't unlock in your store. But, it's Batman, Ninja Lord, Joker. So I think it's a better value than getting a challenge character early. And it's a better value than a lot of other characters, right? Just because metal.
Is it metal?
Isn't Batman, Ninja Lord, Joker metal?
I don't think so.
No? Are they gold?
No, yeah, they're golds.
Oh,
Still
never
gold.
mind.
Never mind. So scratch that. Not such a good deal still.
Even worse a deal.
I don't think there are any, actually, because this is a clue for the next challenge. I don't think there are any challenge characters that are metal.
That's true. I don't know why I was
You know
thinking.
what it is? Because it's Batman Ninja Catwoman and Batman Ninja Nightwing are both metals, but the Batman and the
original
Joker
Batman,
are both golds.
It was all happening at the same time. Yeah. Okay. So never mind.
There's the Justice League pack for $26.99, $1 more. And instead of getting a character and 100,000 credits, you get 3 characters. You get Superman, Aquaman, and Regime Wonder Woman. So you get 2 totally outclassed golds and 1 outclassed challenge gold, which is Aquaman. So it's interesting. It's not my choice. I mean, if you're going to go in Justice League, I like our Justice League, which is Flashpoint Batman or Injustice 2 Aquaman and And no, that's not right. It's always Injustice 2 Aquaman. It's Flashpoint Batman or New 52 Superman plus New 52 Wonder Woman. That's the ideal Justice League team.
Okay. And so that's it for the store. In our Survivor, we have the 4th World Gear set until the 17th of June 2020.
Yeah.
Phantom Zone is back for 2 weeks. Fight 62 is still broken. Last weekend's breakthrough was Deadshot, Wonder Woman, and Static. And based on the schedule, we'll expect this weekend to be Deadshot... Oh, sorry, not Deadshot, Wonder Woman, and Static. We'll expect it to be Zatanna, Flash, and Solomon Grundy. Yeah. There we go.
All right.
And if you want to look at the order for that yourself, there's a link in the description to a Reddit thread from Devlin16 that goes over the complete breakthrough cycle. So there we go.
All right. So moving on to the current glitches, remember that every working glitch is explained in a video as part of the playlist that you can reach by clicking the eye in the top right corner of this video. We are Android only, so we can't test anything that's on iOS but we do mention a few things that viewers have mentioned and that there's been feedback on that seem like they're credible.
So there we go. We'll start out with things that aren't working because you can't find them in our glitch playlist. So there's nothing for power credits that we'll endorse. In Season 6, Episode 9 of our PNQ and A&T, we talk about a 2-device glitch that requires you to be signed in concurrently on 2 devices at once. We don't recommend this, and we don't show off how to use it because we don't think being signed into 2 devices at once is safe. We know there was a point in time where it did trigger auto bans.
Yeah.
It seems from the way that people are talking about it now, it doesn't trigger auto bans consistently, but we're still not willing to take that risk because we know that they could very easily automatically ban anyone who's doing it.
Yeah.
We know that they have that capability built in.
It doesn't seem worth it, but maybe our perspective is skewed by how far along we've been playing the game.
And the fact that we don't actually really need power credits anymore.
Right.
Yeah. So there we go. There's nothing for getting repeated past multiplayer season rewards, nothing for getting early multiplayer season rewards in a way that's worth exploiting, nothing to get through the Phantom Zone quickly. That's a glitch. There are strategies, but no, supernaturally fast.
In fact,
ways.
we have a strategy. There's a video of it.
And last but not least, the free energy without having to watch the video glitch is gone because there's no button to skip it anymore.
Right. So we can get on to the working glitches. The glitch to let you play Phantom Zone repeatedly is still working, as is the challenge reset that requires Google Play Cloud Save. It's been confirmed on the current Red Lantern Hal Jordan challenge. And we mention these together each week because they are basically the same thing. If you do one, you are doing both. You are resetting the progress for the challenge and the Phantom Zone simultaneously. So make sure if you're doing it, you are intending to do it. You don't get close to the last crystal or close to a copy and then inadvertently reset it because you're doing both of the things at the same time. Yeah.
And we've cut and pasted a comment from viewer Jonathan Yang on how to reset the challenge on an iOS device that we've had good feedback from for it working.
Yeah.
The breakthrough glitch to let you play it repeatedly is still working. The airplane mode / refund glitch is still working. That's good for packs with random drops, also known as loot boxes and last laugh tickets. It does not work in the Phantom Zone when it's around for us because it requires an online connection. We've had comments saying that somebody else has been able to get it working, so we're going to follow up when they have an opportunity and see if we can't get some sort of video evidence, and then if
figure out what we're doing differently.
Yeah, and then hopefully potentially figure out if that's something that we can get working on a variety of different devices, or for some reason it's specific to that person.
Right.
Once we've confirmed that it is happening for them.
Right. Time shifting still works in Android for unlimited survivor play and energy recharges. Just make sure you bring your countdown clock back to normal. I think based on feedback, it's probably the forgetting to bring your clock back is the reason why people are having trouble with, say, their challenge not showing up or Phantom Zone not coming back when it's supposed to.
So there we go. And last but not least, in between the not working and working glitches, we have the promotion glitch where you can promote characters that are still locked. Hasn't had the right conditions since update 2.14, so it's not testable and it is not usable. But there we go. And to finish off, we'd like to give a huge thank you to all of our patrons on Patreon.
All right, and that is Console Peasant and Edwoon at the top tier last word, Mohammed Albshaiti at the Your Message Here tier, Shawn Farrell, Daniel Simonson, Aaron Maule, Michael DeVries, Brandon C., and Irvin Ruiz, who are supporting us on the credited level, and Chris Wolff and Scarlet Enby and Awesomegamer 241 at the gratitude level.
There you go. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Komoda.